he's still down for you, and that's a unique trait to have, as far as when you go around people and you separate from them, you still have a connection to them, a positive connection at least.
Pick up where you left off. That's a blessing.
Yes, sir. The one and only A&R Dub has entered the building, man. Give us a hand clap, man.
What's going down? What's going down with you, Mr. Ash Davito? What's the deal, baby? What's going down?
What's up, baby?
Man, chilling, man. You know what I'm talking about? Check a whole Tex alumni in the building. You know what I'm talking about? You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
Man, what's going down with you, man?
Oh, man, everything blessed. Just another day chasing dreams, my brother.
Hey, I feel you, man. I don't know if y'all spoke on it, but I've been watching you from afar since we graduated. Just the things that you're doing, man, far as your movies, your music. I know you out there doing stuff with T-Bird and everything, bro. So, man, that shit fire, bro.
Thank you, bro. I appreciate it, man. And likewise, my brother, I want to congratulate you as well. Give you your flowers while you're here, man. Y'all boys doing some awesome things, man. And I'm proud. It inspires me to see what y'all doing. And again, to me, this is just a classic moment because destiny has caught up with time for us to be able to talk about our life experiences.
Yeah, man. Yeah, hey, real talk, man. You know what I'm talking. It's crazy too, because my wife and her sister are in the acting arena. And it's funny because you was doing something, man. This was a minute ago. I think you had a premiere at the River Oaks movie theater. And my wife was like, yeah, man, this dude Ash Davito got a movie coming out. And I think she knew one of the young ladies who was acting in it. And I looked at the fly. I said, what? Okay, that's what's up. You know what I'm saying? So,
right.
Yeah, that's fire, bro. That's fire, man. That's
what's up, man. I appreciate that, man. Yeah, that was actually when I left Worthing in 2000, I went to Prairie View to major in theater arts. And during that time, that's when I started modeling. So that's where, a lot of people, the Ash DeVito kind of threw them off because I wanted an international name to go with an international image and just to kind of, separate me from everything else. That gave me opportunity to build a whole new brand.
Yeah.
So that's where the Ash DeVito was developed, man. And I want to say shout out to Mr. Hall, Philip Hall, the choir teacher at Worthing, and as well as Miss Martin, man, Michelle Martin, because they paid for my modeling school my senior year and with Male Hill Modeling School, and they took me there every Saturday and for like 10 weeks straight. And that's where everything that I'm doing was birthed because he sat me down and had a conversation about what I wanted to do with life. And I was like, I don't know, shit. I just like to dress. You know what I'm saying? So he was like, okay, well, I'm going to take you to modeling school, man. And I learned everything from voice and diction, hair and skin care, makeup, runway, photo print. And it really planted a huge seed in my life, man, and paid for the school for me. That ain't no cheap, ticket, for certain situations. So that was a huge blessing, man. I just want to shout them out and tell them thank you and much love and respect. A lot of great things.
I feel you. I remember when you was at that PV, man. I'll come by the window and, cop something every now and then. You know what I'm talking
about? You know. Yes, man. Sir. Yes, sir.
Hey, you know what?
Hold on, sir. What's up? What's the name of the podcast, man?
Now let's begin the story.
That time, motherfuckers. Dub down, motherfuckers.
H-Town's finest 16 Shots Podcast.
I'm lightning with the blam blam.
Yes. It is the 16 Shots Podcast with one young James Boogie and AR Dub.
Tell me how you took it. I'm going to tell you what I meant.
And we got our special guest, Ash DeVito. Hey, man, these are three of H-Town's finest in the building, man.
Yes, sir.
You know what, man, Ash? I want to speak on it because you brought up the modeling and you brought up that you started in high school. Now, we got a third war vet on the pod with us, but the one thing that he won't admit is that them Sunnyside High boys was the flies. Now, I didn't spend all 4 years of Worthing. I spent 2 years in the Clark at the Madhouse because I'm from the Clark. But I will say when I got to Worthing, I had to really step my dress game up. Cause boys was dressing in that Sunnyside High, and I don't think they dress like that in Detroit.
Look,
we had to come Sacha down, and you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
And even though we had real life rappers in the building, we had the Grit Boys in the building, we had Flip in the building. the Circle G's, we won on Grit Boy and Lil Flip status at that time.
HSC, Young Red, Lil Head,
HSC, Young Red, Poppy was in that
y'all
thing.
boys, Circle G's.
Yeah, Dum Dum and Papa, all them boys was in there, man. Yeah. Hillwood Hustlers, man, my boy Papa. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, shout out to Papa, man.
Shout out to Papa. We was in that thing, and I had to, man. I looked right. Shit. Then the non-rappers, you still had to compete with Malvo. Shit, you still had to compete with Scooby. All them boys, man. You had to compete with all them boys. Big Smooth was in that thing. O-line, dressed up. So I had to come sat you down. I had to compete with real rappers, Bug. You didn't have to do that.
So where the SEC from, man? What are you talking about?
What?
I'm talking about Pokey and
I ain't gonna lie, bro.
and Big Tune and
man,
I'm talking about Soccer Lock, man. I'm talking about
you talking about rapping. I'm talking about
the red line coming through, man.
Nah, man.
You every I'm talking about Gibbon. I'm talking about every Kiki song, man. He Soccer Lock, Bubble Love coming out the tree.
You third one. Y'all ain't. You want no fashion show, and so with that being said, like. Ash is a real dude, bro. Like he ain't he's a model, but he a real dude though. You know what I'm saying? So I think it's cool that you hopped in the modeling and you talk about, having to do the makeup and the clothing and knowing how to, do the runway stuff. That's pretty fire, bro. I think we don't expose ourselves to that because of our masculinity and we want to be hard all the time.
Man, I'm always in tune with who I am. I know who I am, right? And at the end of the day, like, when you got a dream, nothing's coming in between that, right? And I've always been like, I'm respected for who I am. So, and that's in the sense of just being, I feel a real nigga is just somebody who's themselves. Yeah. Don't matter who you are, just themselves. You know what I mean? And I've just always, been able to just do me and stay in my own lane and keep it moving, man. So I've learned, I've seen a lot from a lot of people that I respected, being the youngest of 5 boys, and my mom taught at Sunnyside Elementary for like 30 years, so, all of her ex-students were like my big brothers and big sisters. And, we was like family and babysitters and all that type shit, so yeah. I was able to see a lot, man, that just kind of inspired me. And the entertainment was something that, nigga, Denzel's a long way from Hollywood. So all we had was Mr. Curvey, you know what I'm saying? And people like that. So, it was, I felt like I had to get out there and do what I had to do in regards to learning the entertainment game. I've always been around the music, but as far as the film game, it was foreign to me. And that's where my passion was. So, I'm just grateful for the journey.
Yeah, man. Yeah, this is fire.
I got a question. I'm sorry, I'm gonna cut you off. I got a question.
Do you think?
All right, so man, I used to always defend. I still do, man. Will Smith, as an actor, right? And I say that because there's I feel like Will Smith, his whole life wanted to be an actor. You know what I'm saying? I feel like there was never a time when Will Smith didn't want to be an actor. So that being said, it's like he doesn't look at acting the way that we look at acting. Like we look at acting like, oh, that's my job. I do it, He looks at it like, man, if they tell me to be this, I'm going to be that because that's a challenge for me. And so the question I want to ask you was, how do you feel about actors that are not homosexual playing homosexual roles?
Well, I don't agree with it. Like I've played gay in 2 films, but there was no physical contact with a guy. It was all implied in a monologue, right? Yeah, like I was a dude fresh out of jail type shit that would turn gay. They were just like a backstory type things. But I would never do that. I won't do on screen what I wouldn't do in real life, right? Mm-hmm. I feel like I was saying earlier, it's just like people that say like I'm not that into my craft where I'm gonna do something that I'm totally against. You know what I'm saying? For the craft of it and it being implied in the monologue, it was a deep story. It was an AIDS awareness film, right? So everything was in line with what I, advocated for in regards to to awareness. But like as far as a guy, I feel like personally, maybe I think that's something that's already in them that they don't, and they use acting as an excuse for it, right? Yeah, I'm passionate about my craft, but I'm not going to do anything they put in front of me. You know what I'm saying? And especially at that level, there's so many other routes and opportunities. But then again, it depends on you. I was the type of person I wasn't going to never put myself in a compromising situation. So where there is no door, I just built one. I made my own scene, my own movie, my own whatever it is that I was doing, so that I didn't have to always depend on somebody giving me a yes or no or putting me in a compromising position. But as far as that specifically, I wouldn't do it, but you know, I don't judge people who do. I just know who I am and what I won't do.
I'm with you. But to me, it's a tough one, like I said, because like there's things that things that people do on a daily basis in their field that somebody on the outside be like, man, I gotta do that. Like let's say I'm a masseuse, and I love masseusing, right? So I'm not thinking about rubbing no dude, against. I'm not trying to, but if a dude's balls rub against my hand, I'm not like, oh, I'm like, no, I'm just, you know what I'm saying? But then another person like me, I'm like, man, I can't see myself, you know what I'm saying? That's just me not being in tune with his world, and I put my values on his world, you know what I'm saying? Because it's just different.
Right.
Yeah. What you got, Dave? Dub? You got any questions, man? Because I want to give him the intro that he deserves.
No, I'm riding with you, man. Let's go.
All right. So, for those who don't know what's going on right now, you have some classic once, maybe twice, maybe 8 in lifetime type shit going on right now. We have the Ash Davito. The first time that I met Ash Davito, we were at a show. And I don't know why he was there, because he got 17,000 things he's doing. But I know somehow we were talking. You think you were talking to Kev and Dub, and you had a color book in your hand. I was like, why you got a color book? And then so we started chopping about, oh yeah, I got a color book. I was like, man, that's an ingenious idea, man. You know what I'm saying? And ever since that day, you know what I'm saying, everything I've seen this young man do has been amazing, man. He is the man, the myth, the mogul, the CEO, actor, writer, producer, model,
self-publisher,
father.
No, I'm not a father yet, man.
Okay.
Not of yet, but I got a lot of mentors. Father
of the game.
There you
go. Give it
up
for Ash Davito.
I appreciate it, man.
Y'all talked about go ahead, Book. I mean.
No. We talked about the Black Dollar. Did anybody see the verses? We have to be some comics in here. Did anybody see the verses?
Nah, I didn't see it.
Man,
you talking about the Marios?
Yeah.
I saw snippets on IG and I saw snippets on IG and the other little website. So I was at work, but I saw them boys was really tripping.
I don't want to say them boys. I would say everybody but Mario was really tripping, man.
Who won?
Mario destroyed that man.
I saw Ray J was acting a goddamn fool.
See, because they had like some pre-fights or pre-battles before. So like Ray J, I want to say, and it was Ray J and Bobby Valentino or something, or Sammy, and then them boys started singing his songs. It was shenanigans. Ray J's pretty shenanigans, but the Mario and Omarion, it's like, man, Omarion can't sing, man. That's just what it came down to.
I feel like Omarion should have won because of his songs, but if his live performances, yeah, you're right. Mario sings better.
Like, but even his songs, when you like, so I'm gonna ask both of y'all this, because I was listening to The Bone the other day, today, and it's crazy how we listened to Bone then. And like it was like, man, they just mumbling, man. What they talking about? I ain't hear what they saying. You know what I'm saying? you know, and now 20 years later, the Migos come out and like, man, they's mumbling. What you saying? You know what I'm saying? It's the same, really the same thing. But
all them boys jamming.
Yeah, but they jamming though. But it took us a minute to catch up with their vibe because they were so far ahead. We knew it was jamming.
But I could
like,
sing
man.
Bone Thugs and Harmony lyrics. I can't sing the Migos.
Right.
Them niggas really said they calling me Mr. Bill Collector, getting my money because the rent be due, and then they sit their little chant, bro. I can't say shit that the Migos be saying.
The Migos be going, man. Takeoff be now. Quavo be going off, bro. Takeoff too. You know what I'm saying? It's just
man, them boys got some fire chemistry, man. They like musically. They just as equally dope in this era as I feel Bone was in their prime in their era, you know. And I just feel with Bone, like A-Dub say, like the harmony, it was a more clear lyrically, you know, it was more clear within the harmony of what they were doing, and it was different. It was we still ain't seen no shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Really, coming from a group, a male rap group.
Yeah, that was a Bone Thugs in Harmony.
Which one of them niggas was at the radio station speaking in tongues that night we was there?
That was busy.
Okay.
Busy.
That's the same nigga that threatened to shoot him with that old ass shotgun?
Yes, that was busy. No, was that? Yeah, no, that was lazy. That was lazy.
Well, I wouldn't fuck with none of them. Them niggas crazy.
Busy the one that threw the water at a Juicy J. So man, you can't do it. You can't. And the quiet is kept, man. The reason why I started, because did y'all see that one?
No.
Yeah, I saw that clip. I didn't see the whole verses, but I saw a couple clips from that.
I saw I saw it live in real time, right? And like in real life, I could have swore he called Gangsta Bull ugly bitch, man. Like that's what really set it off, because he was like, you ugly motherfucker. That's what he said. You ugly motherfuckers not going to be rapping. I mean, dancing while I'm rapping. You know what I'm saying? And then he started going through them, calling them ugly. And then he said, Gangsta Boo, you ugly bitch. And then, you know what I'm saying, it went left. But they don't want to accentuate that part, bro. I'm sure that's what happened. I'm 100% sure.
I don't like Bone. I never like. No, I'm sorry. I don't like 3 6 Mafia.
I'm on the fence.
Nah,
I don't like 3 6
But
Mafia.
I'm gonna tell you why I don't like 3 6 Mafia. Because I was a young child, a young person. I was a Bone fan, and my brother, my brother 8 years older than me. Well, I guess these Memphis niggas was in Houston doing a show when they first came out, and he had one of them club flyers, and they all had guns with a little fake mask on the front of it, and it was a Bone diss song, and I ain't like it.
Oh yeah,
and so
Bone fan.
Ever since then, I ain't like them niggas.
Yeah, I always I just liked Project Pat, and I like Juicy J production.
Oh yeah. The production was
in regards to the 3-6. Project Pat was really the one I kind of gravitated to more as far as some of his songs.
But speaking of production,
I don't like Project Pat either though.
Man, you gotta go listen to that Cheese and Dope.
I might be a Memphis hater though, bro, because I ain't like Young Dolph like that.
I wasn't a big fan of Young Dolph. I ain't dislike him, but I wasn't a big fan.
Yeah, I didn't. That's how I was. I actually respected what he was doing business wise. I put him in a different caliber than a lot of people, than a lot of other artists. But I wasn't just too fond of too much of his music. But I always respect him as an artist and businessman.
Speaking of producers, what is your process? Do you produce music as well, or just movies?
Yeah, music as well, man. So my process is I have a library of beats, right? So sometimes I got ones that I may write the hook on it. Like my first song, My Town, that was produced. I wrote that hook. I hired a R&B singer, John Glenn, to sing it, and T-Boy, Mugman, the artist, did his own thing with his verses. So every song is assembled differently. I also have an R&B song I put out with Lori Dansby and John Glenn. I wrote the entire song, but I just hired them to perform the song, right? And some I have a song, another song, Club Hit, with a male, with Mugman and a female artist. I didn't write none of it, but I executive produced it, with the Global Keys.
Shout out
So
to
every
Mug,
song
man.
is kind of different. I kind of
Yeah,
got my
shout out to Mug,
Smokey
man.
Robinson meets Barry Gordy meets Quincy Jones thing going on.
Bug, have you ever met Mug, man?
Yes, I
AKA
used to.
T-Boy,
Yeah.
CHB.
Yeah, man. Me and T Boy, man. We used to. We did some mentorship together, man, with the kids, man, for a period of time.
Man, you know,
Already.
T-Boy, my guy, man. You know what I'm saying? It was
Yeah.
funny because after we got out of school, after we got out of high school,
Yeah.
graduated, you know, I was talking to a young lady. You know what I'm saying? And this young lady was like, yeah. You know, this dude I holler at, he cool. He in the Navy, though. I'm like, man, fuck him. That nigga gone. He in the Navy. You know what I'm saying? And then
Dirty Mac and Dub, man.
Dirty Mac and
Mac
Dub. You know me, I'm Dirty Mac. You know, hey, fuck that nigga. You know what I'm saying?
Man.
Well, you know, he you know, she hit me in distress at the at the place of employment we were at.
Yeah.
She was like, he back in town. I'm like, man, fuck him. And he
Yeah.
came up to the place of employment. And I
Yeah.
looked. I said, that's who you talking about? Man, that's my nigga, man. My bad. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, it's all love though, man. That boy T-Boy cool in the fan, man.
Yeah, man, he a dope artist, man.
He is.
He has an original sound, man, and he's definitely got what it takes to go all the way.
Can he battle rap?
I believe he can freestyle, so he possibly can. I haven't never seen him in a battle rap. Like some rappers freestyle, some can write, some just like battle, some do it all. But I'm sure he could.
I'm on some. I usually any rapper that gets in front of me, usually I give them bars.
Oh
That's
yeah,
like, yeah, like they I didn't change my name to James Bars Boogie.
already,
Bars,
man.
Boogie Bars.
Sure, you're gonna have to get him on the show, man. Y'all boys go at it.
He don't do that to himself, man. I have to take it easy on him.
Boogie ain't really about that life, man. Boogie ain't gonna rap on the show, man.
Man, look, I got a whole album. You don't know. I've told you several times. I have a whole album. Like
I just said
sitting
you wouldn't
in
rap
my
on the
phone.
show. I didn't say you didn't have an album.
I got a whole album sitting, like new tracks, not just
I
talking
got
about new.
half the albums that you don't, half the songs you don't even have is on this flash drive right here, bro.
Oh, he don't want to send it to me.
I'm
Man.
not
I
gonna
can't
send
get.
it to you now. I'm gonna just
See
drop
what
it
I'm
how I
saying?
want to.
See what I'm saying? He don't want to. This is a song. It's probably the third verse to one of the songs that I want to finish on my album, sitting on there because I've been listening to some verses, man. Do you do that to your projects? Go back to some of your I'm talking to Mr. Davito now. Do you ever go back to your projects and look and be like, man, I did that, man. Like I didn't know I did that, but now I'm
Man.
looking like, oh, I did that.
Bro, I all the time. I still do it with my movie. The best feeling is be able to sit in the theater and watch all your hard work on screen, right? And it's the same thing, just being able to listen to your song on a platform or to see it on Street Flavor or, you know what I mean? Or just your music videos. So I actually do it all the time. And my R&B song, I Crown You, like that was like my baby. That was my first R&B song I've ever wrote. And I stayed up to 5, 6 in the morning, many nights, completing every lyric, you know what I'm saying? Everything, just listening to the same beat over and over. You know, those are like the greatest moments for me, the creation side. But so to answer your question, yeah, man, I do it all the time, and I just thank God for the opportunity, and it keeps me inspired to keep going and keep making more.
Do you ever go back and look at projects and like, man, this sucks. This is
Goddamn right, all the time.
Whoever the people who said this, who watched this, they must like me because this
and
here.
More so, it's not too many projects that I've done. There are some projects I've done that I feel like that about, but will still receive well. But it's more so projects I've done for a part of with other people's projects.
A collective.
Right?
Yeah.
Like so, I mean, in the business, like I got a job to do. So you pay me to do my job, and I'm gonna go home. So whether it go all the way, whether I like it, whether I see the premiere or not, But there's been some that I was impressed by, and there's been some like, man, this shit was trash.
Man, I think like when I had to show logos to people, like because I do graphic design, right? And so they like, I want to see some of your logos, and like some logos I have, like that wasn't my idea. Like I told them that look ugly. And they was like, "Nah, we'll put a thumb in his mouth, and then put the other thumb." And I'm like, "Man, that's you know what I'm saying?" They're like, "Man, no, because it's thumbs up, so you put my thumb sideways. That's a secret gangster." I'm okay. You paying? I'm doing it right.
Right.
They were like, but then you showed somebody like, man, this ain't what's up. I'm like, man, that's what they paid for, man. But
right, and
you
at the
gotta
end
think,
of the day, long as they happy with what they want their vision to be, then shoot,
yeah,
it is what it is.
yeah. I'll be like, give me some props for make. You see, you think I don't think this is stupid shit too? I had to make stupid shit, so that's the talent right there that I made. This crazy ass thumb right here, thumb right. Like, who would think of that dumb ass shit or even make it happen? I did, motherfucker. But
Right.
some of the music that we did, man, them early Casio joints, them with only the four sounds.
Right.
Man, them was some trash songs.
Oh, bro, you missed the early shit though. The G's on the ball. We recorded that shit in somebody's room, in Droop room.
Man, y'all had some live. I know y'all had two of them. I don't remember. That may have been one, but y'all had two of them for sure that I fucked with. And one of them was, I love the beat. I would listen to that bitch over and over again. But I know I can't find a lot of my music, man. I used to have the actual CDs, the HSE CDs, and you know what I'm saying, like all the little shit, the Hillwood Hustlers, all that shit back then. But I can't find it. But y'all had some live shit, man, and it surprised me because I just looked up. I didn't even know y'all boys was rapping.
Yeah,
I think I just looked up. Y'all was in a talent show or something.
Man,
where
we
like,
was in a talent show, man, and we was. I ain't gonna lie to you, like the first talent show we did, because I ain't, I don't like niggas, man. So I got the word in, and I was just like, man, I don't like niggas. You know what I'm saying? I only fucked. I literally, when I first got the word, and I only fucked with Head, Droop, Malvo, Papa, Big Smooth, T-Boy. You know what I'm saying? That's it, really. Lil Ronnie.
Yeah. It's a bunch of niggas though, bro. You just named like 12 niggas, man.
I named 6, and then the rest was females.
Nigga,
you know what
that
I'm talking
nigga,
about?
that
But the
nigga,
rest was
this
females.
nigga, on this and that one. That's a bunch of niggas. I'm just fucking with you. Keep going.
But then nigga Flip had a whole. We did the talent show, and we rapped on the talent on like the regular auditorium mics. Man, this nigga Flip come rapping with his leprechaun ass. He had a whole fucking producer board out there. Lump was out there.
Yeah.
I'm like, God damn, this nigga a real rapper. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Right.
But it was fire though, man.
Man, that was interesting just to see all those. Like, I remember the first nigga that I done seen on stage with a white cup was Jermaine Kingsbury and Kerry Watson when they did their show in '97, our freshman year. I don't know if you was at Word at that time, but I'm like, damn, these niggas really on stage with a drink cup. You know what I'm saying? And they had a little fire song on a compilation they had put out around that time. But it was a lot of good classic moments from Word the Man and during that time.
Yeah, freshman year, I was in Madison having to deal with youngsters running around mumbling.
Oh yeah,
yeah,
man. I want to say I wish that the Southern artists in Houston would have monetized, and it's kind of selfish too because I think we done well, but would have monetized like Atlanta and LA monetized as far as their music, like for if let's say if Mac Dre,
bro, you say okay. I thought you was gonna say somebody else. Go ahead. If Mac Dre, you would say Mac Grace, because I was going to say that's a perfect example.
Yeah.
After he passed away, I couldn't find a lot of his albums and music. I had to pay a DJ to shoot me some of whatever he had.
That's how it be. Like because I think, and I this is not a black thing. This is a Southern thing. We cook up and then put out, right? We cook up. We keep it close to the vest. Everybody in Houston has a talent. Like everybody in Houston. Like if you peel the surface back, you're like, oh, this motherfucker can sing. Oh, this they can play piano. Oh, they do art, like real art. Like everybody has talent, but we don't like display it. Like we keep it close to it's finished, and then when it's finished, we'll put it out. You know what I'm saying? So saying that, man, you know how many songs but LA and Atlanta, they just flood the market with their sound. You know what I'm saying?
But you know what I've kind of figured out, and I don't know if this is new Atlanta or old Atlanta, but especially living in Atlanta for a year, the difference between Atlanta and like Texas and maybe even Louisiana, I feel like Atlanta is in direct competition with New York, because they say New York is the mecca of hip hop. New York is what hip hop is, and that's the best of the best of the best. Fuck them, you know what I'm saying? But I feel like Atlanta competes with New York. I feel like Texas, Louisiana don't give a fuck about New York. We ain't competing with New York. We doing our own thing.
Independent money, really, because like New York, they competing, but even Atlanta and New York are run by the big companies.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? But in Texas, Louisiana, you've seen the big companies like, man, here's 30 million, man. Y'all just stop doing music, man, that way. Cause y'all killing us, man. Here go 50 million, man. Y'all stop doing that. Man, you want half your money? Here, sign it, whatever, half, man. Just stop doing it. You know what I'm saying? They made crazy deals in the South because they know we're like, if this get out of hand, man, we out of business.
Niggas was really getting $6 a CD. Like niggas in Texas was getting $6 a CD.
Well,
when Nelly was getting what, 50 cent? 50 cent was fire for him. Like
less than that, probably.
Niggas like Nelly who had deals where they was getting 50 cent a CD was a fire deal, bro. And then you come down and Slim was out the trunk, $6 a CD. Or Cameron came fucking with Koch, the shit that Lil Kiki and Slim and all these other niggas was fucking with, getting $5 and $6 a CD. Cam came and did that deal, bro.
Did 100,000 independent. Do the math.
Do you know
Kiki, man?
Do you know? Like I look at Slim, I feel like Slim is the Jim Jones of the South, except he can rap better. Do you know? Do you know what Slim would do if he was from New York and did that? Bro, he'd be the king of New York. Name me 3 niggas that rap better than Slim out of New York. That's not mainstream rappers, like big names. Like, don't tell me Jay-Z, Nas, and
K-Beast.
Yeah, I don't know. I can't say Davies got a better career than Slim.
Fabulous.
They the same nigga.
Papoose.
Papoose. Oh, Papoose.
Papoose is underrated. I give you Papoose. Papoose can rap better than Slim.
Fat Joe.
He might be a better exec.
Boy, you better stop. Fat Joe got, man, look. Anybody that can go word for word with Big Pun is cold, man.
Man, don't sleep on Slim.
Slim, man.
Any nigga that can go word for word with Kiki and ESG, bro.
Man.
But I like Slim music.
Boog don't like Big Pokey though, so I forgot, man. My bad. Bro.
What?
Yeah, he was talking down on Big Podina, man.
I said Podina's
you was talking down on the last Big Podina album, bro.
Oh no, man, not
the album, man.
Yeah,
I didn't talk down. I just said that Kiki had the best album out of them to come out.
Okay, I can't say yeah.
Hey, let me ask y'all boys a question.
All right.
Well, actually, I'm gonna tell you my opinion about something, and I want to know y'all's opinion about it. Right? To me, you got Tupac on the West, you got Biggie on the East Coast. To me, Fat Pat is the Tupac and the Biggie of the South. He was underrated. He died before his album, Classic Hits. He was a huge star, and he was on the verge to where everybody fucked with him on some legendary shit in a very short time frame.
I remember when Fat Pat died, I was in summer school at the Mad Highs, and niggas literally was walking around with the Fat Pat CD in their hand like it was the J's dropped.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I agree.
Because he died before the CD dropped.
He died before the CD dropped.
Yeah. When you said Biggie and Pac, I just thought of like the best rappers. But then when you said they died, then I say Fat Pat. Because like the South, the best rapper from the South to me is Scarface.
Oh no, hands down. I was speaking of as far as the ones that died in like the classic, the legend they left behind. But hands down to me, I do believe, I agree with that. Face is the greatest. He's one of my fighters. He's in my top 3. Him and Pat are top 2 of all time.
Very small.
I can ride with that. Because I like I said, I remember when Pat died, bro. I was in summer school, and niggas was walking around summer school with the Fat Pat CD like that bitch was an accessory. Like if you ain't
Right.
had that Fat Pat CD in your hand that day, you was a loser.
Well, since we're here, we have three music people. You know what I'm saying? What's the Mount Rushmore of Houston rappers?
Mount Rushmore, H-Town rap.
How many people on Rum? Was it 4 or 5?
It's four.
Okay. Well, Faith,
All right.
Pat.
Okay.
Now, the other two, I had to think about it for a second.
What? Oh man, I know my off the top of my head, man. Go ahead. You want to say go Dub? Well,
Faith, Pat, Pokey, and Kiki.
See, you said purely H-Town. So that means I can't drop Bun and Pimp in there.
No, they're not H-Town.
So purely H-Town, Face got to be number one.
Okay.
And then
it's Mount Rushmore. They all together, man.
Nah, but Face got to be. You got to let it be known. Face number one, and then for me,
got
it
a
ain't
bigger
no
head.
order. So it's Face.
Okay.
I'm gonna put Slim in there.
What?
And then from there, oh man, see it get tricky, bro. Cause
don't, man.
I'm gonna put K Reno in there at number 3.
Okay.
That's a good one.
And then the fourth one, it ain't pure rapping ability.
he putting tags on it already. It's not pure rapping ability.
It ain't pure rapping. Well, no. Actually, I lied. The fourth got to be Devin the Dude.
See, that's what I'm lying. Okay.
The fourth got to be Devin the Dude because Devin might. This might be blasphemy to say. Devin actually might rap better than Face. I just don't think he had the impact the Face had.
Nah, I don't think we're better than Face.
No, I think Devin the Dude might rap better than Face.
I got Face. I got Devin. I got Kiki. That's a given. That's easy. That's easy money. All right. So for my four is tough, man. Cause do I go underground? The best spitter in Houston all time.
Who was that?
With K Reno, or do I go with this guy that really has been the best rapper in Houston for the last 10 years? Easily.
Who was that?
That'd be Zero.
I thought about Zero.
That'd be Zero. So I'm like, is it K Reno or is it Zero?
K Reno.
Even though
I definitely think Zero belong on there as well. Because
Zero,
of the long list of I feel damn near every album he put out is a classic or have classics on it.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, man, I definitely would have to put Ro on, and his versatility as well.
Yeah.
His catalog.
He really he kind of like Mo, but like he like a little more lyrical than Mo was, and he got to show he lived long enough to show his range. Like Mo came in, he really stayed in that one pocket, you know what I mean? But Zero didn't live long enough to make songs with Mo and like expand to where now he really singing. You know what I'm saying?
You know Big Shasta?
Yeah, Big Shasta. Yeah, we met 4-5 times.
I feel like Shasta did what Mo did.
He did,
but probably better.
Yeah, Shasta sang better.
I think Shasta sang better. No, I think Shasta sang better, bro.
Nah,
I don't think Mo did anything. I don't think Mo did anything that couldn't be done by somebody else. It's just that when he did it, nobody was doing it at that point. Like I feel like Big Shasta can do what Mo did, but better.
No, I'll say I can agree with what you're saying, but the only reason I'm disagreeing because the Mo that the world got was the dranked out Mo. They ain't get the Mo in the Yates hallways. They ain't get the Mo, you know what I'm saying, on the block. They got the dranked out Mo. So the core is what they used to be, you know what I'm saying? But I can agree that Shasta was when the world got Mo and then Shasta came, Shasta sang better. I think Billy Cook is kind of in that same lane too. You know what I'm saying? But definitely H-Time, shout out to all of them legends, man. And all of them that even ones that didn't make it on our list are legends. We just saying, you know, for fun and fun debates. Okay, we talked about Mario. I want to talk about Roe versus Wade, but I don't because I'm like, that's a tough one. You know what I'm saying? It's it's multiple. The thing that I don't like about it most is that it's like a gateway drug. You know what I'm saying? It's like, oh, well, if this is unconstitutional, then so is this. You know what I'm saying? And it can trickle down to some shit that's really that's an important issue. But you can go deeper into people's personal liberties. You know what I'm saying? Civil liberties based on this ruling, and it's like, damn, you know what I'm saying? It's like crazy that the people that was like, don't give me the shot are the same people that's like, but you can't have an abortion. So that's like, wow, that is, yeah.
I feel that, I mean, I feel like women that are raped or victims of rape that get put in that situation should definitely have the option to make whatever choice they want. But I also feel like women that aren't in that position, like there's things, pull out, wrap it up, safe sex, you know what I'm saying? Birth control. Yeah. There's things you can do to avoid even being put in that position.
Yeah. Yeah. But even if it happens, how it happens, you know what I'm saying? You it's just unfair for somebody to say, like, how you going to say that because you don't like this and I can't do this? You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying, we ain't talking about, you know what I'm saying? We're just saying like, man, look, it's unfair for you to have control of my body. That's right. All I think, and I'm not to dim your point. I think that's the issue, and that sometimes as men we see it from, because like as a man you think of it in a different perspective. I do too. I'm like, oh man, shit, this, that, and other. But then women are like, man, it ain't that. It's just.
I mean, I think that as individuals, I think that women should have the overall choice of what they do with their body. All people, you know. And however, I'm just saying, in counter of that, there are some things, precautions that can be made up. Like, we know shit happens. Sometimes shit happens. And if shit happens, then I feel they should have control and be able to make that decision of what they feel is best for them.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, yeah. And I agree with you as well. Like you said, that why can't we be more preventative with our measures? But like we both said, man, shit happens. So got to figure out how to make. And
also the history of Planned Parenthood is very interesting. From the founder, from the everything in regards to that, even the demographics and the places they choose to put them, and communities they choose to put them in. Mm-hmm. And I think for me, it's much deeper than they always passing fuck laws. Like, you know what I mean? Like the Chinese people, when they were getting attacked and jumped, they skipped the line in front of us and they immediately passed the bill. You know what I'm saying? And here niggas been getting their head bust for 500 years and we still can't even get that, but I think there's still a bigger agenda and motive behind a lot of things that they're making within the political realm.
I totally agree. Let's talk about this comedy show, man.
Yes, hilarious.
What did you? I've been thinking about getting into some comedy, but you know what I'm saying?
Nah, please do. Like, I'm gonna be front row cheering you on.
That's the problem.
I got tickets for both of you guys, man, and actually Kevin Kabidi too. I got tickets for him to come out and support, man. So if y'all able to make it, I'd love to have y'all part of it, man. And basically, I started Hot and Hilarious, man. I was just sitting up thinking just another way to be able to make passive income while building a brand, as well as providing a platform for people to do what they love. And I grew up watching Def Comedy Jam with my mom, and I kind of got a Def Comedy Jam meets an improv type of thing growing. And, and I'm taking it really serious. Terry Grossman is my official host for Hot and Hilarious, one of the funniest, legendary comedians out of Houston. He has the older crowd and the younger crowd, and he's just a damn fool, and I always add new lineups around him to perform. And this specific show, I hired everybody that my mom likes, because this is my 6th show, and she's been my number one supporter and been at all of them. And that day, July 24th, is her birthday. So we also going to be celebrating her birthday, and we got all the comedians that she loved, from Enrique Chacon, Lady K, Leroy the Third and Lil Daryl, comedian Lil Daryl, or Lil Daryl the comedian.
I've heard of this Leroy the Third. Don't we have a classmate who what's her name? Ain't that Keisha person guy? I don't know what to call it.
Hey,
how you putting people out there, man? What's wrong with you?
I'm only asking that because I saw her promote him a lot. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
Maybe
right,
she
right.
likes
I do
him.
believe, yeah. I do believe they're friends, and I actually a lot of these comedians I meet. I don't really. Some of them I don't know until I hire them or give them opportunity. But one thing I can say about Leroy, he's a stand-up guy. I had an actress tell me about him a few years ago, and as I actually after I hired him for my his first show. I just worked with him and hired him for a commercial that I produced for online retail fashion show. And we were talking on set, and he actually has a very interesting story, bro. Like, remember, I don't know if y'all saw this. There's a documentary on Netflix where these guys from Willow Ridge rob a bank. Yeah. So he was one of the three. And that was really interesting to see how he turned his life around and all the great things he's doing, man. And, and he's just an awesome talent, bro. Now, everybody, I just try to surround myself with good people and they've all a great all-star cast of performers.
Oh, we got to check that out. I'm going to make sure I'm in, man.
I'm going to say,
July 24.
Yes, sir.
I'm going to say, man, like I can't let my mom hear any of this conversation because I don't know about your mom, A-Dub, but my mom is foreign, and like she's definitely gonna be like, "You see what he did for his mother? What did you do for me? You would do that for me." And like you set the bar like way out here, but yeah, man, I definitely want to come to that, man. I missed the premiere today of the Bad Boxer in Houston, man. My program ran a little long. By the time I got done, it was 7:15. So shout out to them, man. I'm sorry I didn't make it, but definitely when it comes to this comedy show and definitely thinking about. Oh, that's what I'm gonna ask you. So, how do you get comedians on the show? Do you audition them, or do you just word?
No, I don't. I just research them and I contact them and I make them an offer or I see what their price is, or whatever the case may be, and I build it from there. Some of them I already know personally, but I just do my own homework. Some of them I don't know what to expect. I don't know whether they're funny or not, but I don't mind giving somebody an opportunity to be able to see if I can work with you. Because your talent will get you in the door and your character will keep you there. So, I just kind of do my own homework and scale it from there.
Talk your shit, King. Or, you know what I'm saying? You're giving me hope right now. You know what I'm saying? I might have to work on my act, man. I got to think about cats. I want to think, not cats, like actual felines. Man.
So I got a question for you, Ash. So like when you, I know you do a lot of movies and things like that. Are you shooting your own stuff? So let's say if you wrote a script for a show or a movie or film or whatever, are you shooting that as well, or are you outsourcing that?
Okay, so for example, Tempt to Fire, my first comedy movie. I wrote that movie, I executive produced that movie, I cast the film, I starred in it, and I executive produced it. Right? So you have two type of directors, right? You have the director of photography, which is the cameraman, and you have the director, the nigga sitting in the chair telling everybody what to do, right? To get the concept across. I'm more of a director and producer. So I'm not filming it. I'm outsourcing what I need the most, and I'm doing everything else myself. I have no desire to be a editor or director of photography. I just know what I need and how the vision comes together, which makes it easier for the editor or director of photography because the vision is already there. It's already scripted and, in place. So I only outsource on who I need the most and do everything myself.
Okay. And while I got two creators on the film, on the screen, I guess my question is, what if you can shed some light on your process? I'm a creator, and I've always been this type of creator. If we're writing a song, I gotta write when it comes to me. So we might be in a session, I might be able to write 3 or 4 verses, in 30 minutes. and then sometimes I have a brain freeze where if I'm sitting with a track at home, it might take me a couple of days. Same thing with some scripts. You know, I might sit down and write 3 episodes worth of content for some episodes in one day, or it might take me a month just to finish 3 episodes. So how does your creativity come for you?
For me or for Boogie?
For you. I know how
for
Boogie
me,
is.
Okay. Well, for one, man, I just have to be in my comfort zone. Whether it's just complete silence, whether I'm listening to music, it's lighting the candle, just be focused. Because what I do, I love what I do. So I don't have to, I find the passion. I find the time to put into it. I feel if we can give 8 to 12 hours a day for somebody else's job in business and dream, we can give at least 2 to 6 ourselves, right? Mm-hmm. But what I do all night because I love it. So once I'm in my comfort zone and focus, to me, it's like I have to get the vision out no matter what. Like when I started my film, like it was too many people depending on me to see themselves, to use this platform as an asset to their career or to their resume. So it's a huge responsibility. So for me, I just get in that creative space and I just put it together. Like, for example, I have my new film that I wrote. I have a new comedy script I'm about to go in production for called A Promise to Party. So how I write is just how I write my books. I think of the cover, the name of it. Okay, what's the name of this movie? Bam. Okay, so if that's the name, you flip over the book, there's a synopsis. What is the synopsis of this book or this movie, right? So once I have the name and the synopsis, I have a clear direction of where I want to go. Now I use my literary talent and structure to start formatting my script and writing these characters and creating the dialogue behind me, you, what Boogie is saying, what A-Dub is saying, what I'm saying, so as I create it, it just starts flowing. Now, sometimes I get it, I had to come back to it because you may get a little brain freeze or need to get a little rest, whatever the case may be, to pick it back up. Or sometimes I just need time to step away and to think about this conversation, right? Okay, what will make this dialogue better? So when I pick it back up, I just keep flowing with it. So that's my personal process, just getting in my zone and having a clear direction of where I'm trying to go.
How loose or how much freedom do you give your actors to improv during?
Complete that. For one, that's important because give me what I want, and then you do what you want to do, and we run what works best. I haven't really been a stick to the script type of guy, more so stick to the vision because I know me and the editor is going to make us all look better. So if something doesn't work, it could be fixed. But, we have a script and maybe sometimes they may improv or forget a line and say their own thing and it works better or just as good as it would. So I'm not that real strong on it, but I think that moving forward with certain projects, I will be, because the only thing that's going to make the vision come together is sticking to the script at the end of the day. Yeah. Because even the same with the editor. Yeah, he's technically doing the edits, but I have to direct him so that he has the complete vision or he sticks to the script. Even if I'm not there, the script is already there for him to understand the transitions, the continuity and what's going on.
Do you, okay, that's dope. That's dope. As far as so how do you navigate those waters? Because at this point, I'm sure you see different types of actors. You have method actors. You have like you said, the hired guns who just coming to get the check. You got whatever people who are trying to get in. When you have somebody who's like, man, he's savant like. What I'm saying, he don't have the technical training, but he has the skill. He has the skill, or she has the skill, and how do you navigate that water of constraining her too much or opening it up,
because when I meet people, some people just have a natural talent and some people are actually trained, but some people have the potential. Now, one thing, because of my experience as a professional actor, I find myself being an acting coach because a lot of people don't have experience or the experience that I have. So sometimes they just need to be coached and directed, you know, and if you can take direction, you can be as great as you want to be, you know, it makes it easier. So, but when I find people that have talent, you know, I do everything I can to nourish it, to make sure that we get the point across, and, you know, and that it highlights their attributes and what they bring to the table. And as I have a feel for their personality, I try to keep people in their comfort zone, because if they're not comfortable, it's not going to be natural. Like this dialogue we have in this flowing, we don't have to think about what we're talking about because we already know. So the more you know your script and familiar with what's going on, you don't need the script anymore. You can deliver those lines as freely as this conversation as we're having.
And see, I've seen my wife. My wife does a lot of stage plays with Miss Annie, and like I've helped her with her monologues and her lines for so long. When she actually performs them, I know what she's gonna say, and you know I've seen her and her sister. I wouldn't say freestyle, but they bring the personality to that character. So
that's dope, bro.
You know what I'm saying, and you'll see it. They might change a word or two. Not on purpose, but they're being that person. They're being that character.
And stage is different. So sometimes if a word or two gets changed, you have to just keep going because you can't go back and edit it. I can always go back and look through 10 different takes of the same word and just use the best one versus when it's a live audience. So I really give a lot of respect to people who do stage and understands that realm of theater.
I totally forgot I was speaking with the director.
Hey, yo, that's the one thing that I really wish I would have kept doing, because I took theater from elementary up until like 10th grade.
Theater.
But
see, and I got a late start, you know, in theater. Even like a lot of things I got a late start in, but I didn't have, like I say, if I would like I wanted to, I will expose the young kids. You know, they don't have to just know football and basketball. Put them in karate, put them in boxing, put them in acting, put them in, you know, until they give them enough to make the decisions that they want to make for as far as what they will naturally gravitate to, you know. But I didn't have that experience. I learned the game hands-on in the game. My first movie was a paid movie. My first stage play was a paid play on tour. So I really got spoiled in a sense, but I wasn't naive to like, oh, well, shit, I'm not going to do it unless they pay. No, I did a lot of free shit after that, but I saw just enough. My first movie actually was a Friday Night Lights. I was an extra, but I networked and went from an extra in the stand to talking to the director, Peter Berg from The Great White Hype, and did a lot of other classic projects where he took favor into me and told me to go suit up and throw on a uniform. And now I'm on the field networking with the cheerleaders and the football players and all the football actors from Any Given Sunday and all those great movies that are now doing this football movie. So, you know, it's the experience means so much. So when I say I don't turn nobody down from my audition, because who knows what one experience can change their whole direction.
That's real.
I seen you as a boxer in one thing, bro. I saw your socials. You was boxing, bro. What that movie was?
That was actually a photo shoot that I did at PABA.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. That wasn't a movie. That was just a photo shoot I did. I used to train there with Ray and I did a photo shoot there for, I think, for some new comp cars or something I was working on. I wanted like a versatility, something with suit, something in athletic, a little some of everything. So that was just a photo shoot I did for some portfolio shoots.
In the tray, by the way, just so you, if you know the words, right in the tray.
You're not even on the tray, bro.
Oh, there you go. Here you go. First you want to put in the tray, now you take out the tray.
I think you went to school in the tray. You really not from the tray, bro.
I lived in Third Ward for my entire childhood.
All right, what's the village name that you're from?
It's not important. It's not important. We kind of went over this, but
hey man, you ain't got no claims to some of this Ugandan gold? I'm trying to figure out, see if I can quit my job or not. That's all.
I was going to say, I think we had this conversation with somebody else where I was like, imagine there's something at your house that's been in your house for 5 days. And then all of a sudden, like, you got something in your house that everybody want. Like, yeah. And you knowing that part of your house also belongs to this person over there.
I get all
You think
that.
you want to see
I'm
that?
just asking
You think you want to see that person? No.
how
you
much
think you
of the
wanna be,
Ugandan gold do you have claim to? We can go make this happen.
That's what I'm saying. You think I want to associate my name because they could be like, hey, we got $47 million worth of gold.
We
It
can
could
hire some
be.
help. If you got 47 million worth, we can hire some help.
You know what I'm saying? It's there, right?
Yeah.
It could be $200 million, dollars worth if you get rid of that nigga.
Nah. That's when you talk to that's when you talk to your village alumni and be like, look, just give me 10 mil. Y'all keep the
You know what I'm
200.
saying? Yeah, but saying what if they want to get we want the 200 between us 5. Like that's the thing about inherited money or being attached to money that you haven't really, put equity into, because people gonna be like, you don't deserve this, man. So they don't feel no kind of way about doing you dirty.
Okay.
If you earned it, at least they're like, oh man, he been living here and working this land this whole time. You know what I'm saying? He deserves a piece of this. That's his land. But if he ain't mess with this land or she ain't mess with this land, and all of a sudden it pop up and you kind of some kind of back way deserve 20%. Nah, man, we'll keep that 20%, man.
That's why you you just only asking for 5.
We'll keep the 5. He don't get nothing. She don't get
Damn,
nothing.
I can't get the 5. I'm letting you keep the 15. You ain't even get the 15. This the 20. The whole 20 is mine.
Look, that's what I'm saying.
You take 15, give me 5, and then after 5, you just give me $1 million, bro.
You know how I be saying that black people are like their own worst enemies. I forgot to tell you that they get that from Africans, bro. They are their worst own enemies, man.
That go back to the slave trade, to the Moors who sold us out to slavery.
Yeah, man. Africans are like I said, they ain't come and take people. They got packages with people in.
Yeah, they did.
Like take Mbutu, Pupata, Tututu, and Sukututu. Take them.
I met some of your African OGs. They definitely would have gave me up, bro. They was calling me all kind of akatas and shit, bro.
Hey, man, look, if you act like one, man, we gotta call you up, man.
Yeah, you're right.
But I'm not from I don't say akata in my country. That's Nigerians.
You Nigerian? Boogie?
No, I'm not. No, I'm not.
I was gonna say, are you Igbo or Yoruba? Because y'all did quite a few Nigerian Nollywood films.
Man, I'm not. I'm 100% from nowhere near Nigeria. It's just that every time he sees an African person,
no, it was Ugandan
my
gold.
people.
Bro. I'm talking about the Ugandan gold mine they found.
Yeah. I know
those are your people. Those are your country.
Yeah. But akata is a Nigerian term.
Well, I know
so
that. But them was your homies. You took me around. He's stupid akata. I'm like, what the fuck is akata, bud?
I don't know what you're talking about, man.
You know what I'm talking about. The little print shop you took me to, nigga. With your peoples.
Yeah.
And you had to tell me what akata meant after we walked out. And I'm like, oh, you should have told me that while I was in there with the little sandal wearing nigga.
Why? So they can stab you in the back, nigga?
They ain't offer you no foo-foo?
You want to get stabbed? You know how notorious Nigerians people are?
I know.
For doing underhanded, backhanded?
I know.
R.I.P. Kenny, man.
Who?
Kenny, man.
I don't know.
There was a popular nightclub on Bissonnette called Kenny's, and it was owned by a Nigerian businessman or whatever. He was a young guy, flashy. He went back to Nigeria, and they killed him in Nigeria. And that's pretty much when the hoes start coming to Bissonnette. When that club shut down, that was like
a lot of Nigerian spots over there.
Yeah,
I actually did a commercial for a Nigerian commercial for finger lickings.
Yeah.
Right in the heat of all of the prostitution.
Yeah. They clean up though, man. Shout out to Ed Pollard, man, and our homeboy Polly, man.
Boog, you used to work over there, huh?
Yes, work right there, man, at a print shop, bro. I see him every day.
A print shop, okay.
You see, you can't throw that shade in because you just said that you were in there with me. So, you know what I'm saying? Any dart you try to throw, you really they know you're making this up. But
well, you had an interesting topic on the itinerary in regards to the organized crime in the industry.
Do you think it's real?
I know it's real, but it's much bigger than what we perceive organized crime to be. You know what I'm saying? is much bigger than the boss sitting at the desk calling all the shots type shit, right? Yeah, man, and it goes back to the agendas and these corporations and these elite deep state groups. You know, I feel that that's what's controlling the media, what we conceive, the news we conceive, you know, the music, the film, you know, everything, where everything is going is controlled by the deep state, you know. So, and I feel that's every industry, not just the music and specifically the music and entertainment and film.
I asked that in cohesion kind of with Young Thug's trial and some of these, you know, RICO laws they've been trying to institute of late. And I'm asking that because, you know, Charleston White made a post about Young Thug's rapping from jail. And, you know, they played it, and he was, you know, kind of singing the jail blues and kind of saying, you know, kind of really breaking under the pressure. And Charleston White made all kind of fun of it. And I'm saying that the state is saying that Young Thug is the most dangerous out of all of them. So, but his actions don't kind of reciprocate him being the boss, the crime boss. It's kind of like he got caught in the middle. So how do you think people get caught up trying to act the part to where now they're doing the part, but that's not they real people? That's not their real personality.
We're in a different, like I said earlier, you control the perception you put out there. So whatever character you give to the world, whether it's through rap, through a YouTuber, through acting, whatever character you give, that's what, you know, the perception you're putting out there. And now they're using your music and your art form and your product against you in a lot of these, you know, cases and things of that nature. So, in regards to, I can't really speak on their situation. I just feel that it's bigger than what we know. Now, a lot of people, and not just this specific situation, a lot of people are doing things on film or committing crimes and telling on themselves and doing things that are just unheard of, like they looking to get caught, you know what I mean? Or things of that nature. So it's just so much going on within this. But again, I feel that some things is in our control, but not out of our control, but a lot of things are within our control.
I totally understand. As far as music, and we spoke on it earlier, but how the transformation even in our lifetimes, from the way it's monetized to the way that you can, you know, the way that you can monetize, and how to generate, you know, even generating a buzz is different now. Where do you see the music going in the future as far as how the music will be pushed to, you know, from artist to consumer?
I don't really know. I didn't see any of the transitions come, whether it was through the music world, the book world, or the film video on demand transition. You know, we just kind of adapt as it is, as far as from a business perspective, to continue to know how to make it profitable for us, right? And there's so many different platforms. Like, I believe YouTube pays the lowest down to the 0.0004 versus other platforms that aren't subscription based that pay a little higher. So it's just doing your homework, knowing where you want to go and how to get on the platforms, but also their language, their payouts, their everything you need to know. I rather like my podcast, I executive produce a new podcast called Cigar Sessions, you know, and it's a cigar-based podcast where we bring on different guests. Now, Cigar Sessions is exclusively on Discovered TV, which is like a YouTube, but it's more intimate. So if you see a big artist on Discovered, they're on Discovered, not their record label or their management, right? So I rather 100,000 people see me on Discovered than 1 million people see my video on YouTube because of the payout difference. You see what I'm saying? So that's why I only put specific projects on that platform and content, because there's just so many different platforms out there. You just have to understand where you want to go, you know, with your content.
That's deep.
Yeah, it is deep. Hey, I'm gonna have to let y'all boys go. I'm gonna have to step out. I'm gonna let y'all keep going. Ash, it was a pleasure as always.
You got 2
Man, a
minutes.
pleasure, bro. Thank you for
You got 2
having me
minutes,
on. Hey,
Doug. To get the last word.
Yeah, I got 2 minutes. What you got?
All right, just 2 minutes. I sorry to cut you off, Ash. I just want to ask both of y'all the same question. And I don't want to go long on this. Like 2 minutes, right? I feel like Shane Battier was a bust as a draft pick.
Who drafted Shane Battier?
The Memphis Grizzlies at number 6.
Shane Battier was, to me, Shane Battier was a watered down Bruce Bowen.
Probably so. Averaged 8 points and 4 rebounds for his career.
I'm not going. You have no argument with me.
But like he won 2 championships on the bench with Miami with the Heatles.
A ring's a ring, bro.
I mean, yes, he got 2 rings, but
How many rings does David Carr have?
None.
That's a lie.
Yeah, he has one. Yeah,
Mittens has a ring.
New York.
Yeah,
we got one there. What you think? Do you think Shane Battier was a bust?
I feel like even when him winning those rings, I feel he played his role. And he might not have shined like everybody else. And similar to like Robert Horry, Big Shot Bob. He played his role. He contributed to every wing he got on his finger. So. But Shane Battier, I feel that he wasn't like he didn't prosper to be the player we thought when he was drafted in first round number 6.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
He was drafted
I definitely feel compared
number
to
6.
He was drafted number 6.
Yeah, 2001.
I forgot he was drafted number 6. I thought he was like a low first rounder.
That's what I'm saying.
He was number 6. Then you got to also remember he went to Duke 97 to 2001. So he came from a D1 school, live school, and it was a lot of hype around him. But I don't ever remember him living up to it, even when he was with the Rockets.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. Like, I'm not saying he's a bad player. I'm saying that if for what you did in college and all the accolades you got, and you got drafted number 6, and you finished with like 8 and 4, man, you're a bust, bro.
But Shane Battier did what most wouldn't do. And Shane, when Kobe was in town, I gotta hold Kobe.
But I'm still putting 40 on you though, man.
That's Kobe. Who he didn't put 40 on?
So what's the difference? Like, I ain't never heard nobody say, man, the toughest opponent I ever had was Shane Battier. Never in the history of any show. Like, Rube Patterson had something, Gary Payton. This boy made 2 second team all these defenses out, man. Yeah, man.
You might have a point. A
bust, man.
I gotta get out of here, Ash. Yeah. When I get through with this script I'm writing, I want to sit down with you in person and get some pointers, some tips, let you read it and see what you think, and then I'm gonna go from there. And I want to,
yes, sir.
I want to get your pointers. I want you to be involved, and we're gonna try. We need to get Boogie on this comedy stage because he's really a funny guy.
No, I'm a thespian, sir.
And I'm a help.
I didn't even know you had the interest on that stage, man.
I'm a thespian. I'm a thespian.
Have to come check out the hot and hilarious experience.
I'm gonna be back in Houston July 24th because I'm moving back to the H in a couple of months. So. I'm definitely gonna be in Houston in July. I'm mad I missed the Bad Boxer preview, but I definitely be in Houston July 24th. So
July 24th.
It's going down, A-Dub. I appreciate it. It's been an honor having me on your platform, bro. And I look forward to anything I can do to help move forward or help these dreams manifest, man. Just let me know.
Hey, when you get some time for us, we would love to be on your platform. I'll make sure. This is the first podcast that I have done where I was drinking tequila and me and Boogie ain't had our normal brother fight. So
hold on, the times haven't ended.
Man, let me say this, man. I enjoy watching y'all shows, man, because it's so organic, man, and just the brotherhood and just the organic conversation, man, is entertaining, and it keeps my mind off of the bullshit. It's a lot of the game is saturated, and these platforms are saturated with a bunch of bullshit, man. So it's just inspiring to see y'all do y'all thing, man. So y'all keep that shit up.
Appreciate it, man. We appreciate that.
Appreciate that, sir. Good sir.
Well, look, man, y'all boys
Showing
continue
you
to
my
convo.
showing you my range right
Again,
now.
man, I'm
I
gonna
can be
holler
a
at you boys
cowboy.
later on.
I could be a cowboy. I could be a British knight.
Don't be a British night bug. I'm gonna holler
I
at y'all,
could be
man. I'm
a
out.
British knight.
All right, hey, book.
All
All
right.
right. I appreciate y'all.